Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video. It is going to be the introduction for my 2022 whole collection project pan. This project was created by Becky Loves Kenga, and I first saw my friend Emily from Emily and Max do this video 2 or 3 years ago, and I was so excited to do it. And I want to say 2020 was my first year. And then I did it last year in 2021. I didn't film a finale for that because I lost my panning notebook, and because of things going on in my life, I did not wear makeup, so I did not reach any of my goals. So I'm sorry I didn't even film a finale for that. But 2022, I am so excited about this year. It is going to be the best year. I just have a feeling. And I'm so excited to be starting this project again. This is one of my favorite projects to do. I feel like I say that about every project, but honestly, this one's so much fun because all of my makeup collection is itemized on a spreadsheet, and I randomly generate 10 products to work on at any given time. It is rolling style. I give myself a goal to work towards each of those 10 products, and then update you every month to see where we are at and continue to roll in new products throughout the year. It's a really fun way to work on products that I wouldn't necessarily have selected to pan. Last year specifically, I worked on quite a few lip liners that I don't think I would have worked on throughout this project, and I just have so much fun every single year working on this project. So I will have a playlist link down below. You can search the hashtag whole collection project pan. There's so many other people who do this project and are participating. We don't necessarily all update on the same days, but if you want to see more whole collection project pans, I'll leave links for you down below, or you can just search the hashtag. If you're interested in seeing my introduction for 2022, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project panning content, or you just like to chit chat about makeup, I would love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's get into the video. Okay, you guys, my goal for so I'm filming this on January 1st of 2022. My goal within today and tomorrow is to actually get my life together and get my entire makeup collection re-itemized, re-spreadsheeted, and my spreadsheet right now is not 100% up to date, but it's enough up to date that it will do for this introduction. I'm thinking I might declutter a few items before I'm thinking I might declutter some things. I need to update my inventory, makeup inventory, all of the things. What I'm trying to say is I don't have the most up-to-date spreadsheet right now. So hopefully by the next update, it'll be more accurate, but this will be enough to get us started for this whole collection project. So let me find, I want to say I have 671 potential products to be selected. I do have all of my palettes itemized, and if I randomly generate a palette, my goal is just going to be to reach for that palette 5 times in any capacity, whether it be for a full look. Maybe I'll say create one full look using just that palette and then reach for the palette 4 other times. I think that's what we're going to say. If I do happen to roll in an eyeshadow palette, and then my only other rule is going to be I don't want to work on more than 2 products in the same category at any given time. So I don't want to work on more than 2 lip glosses, more than 2 bronzers, or whatever it might be. But other than that, that's going to be it for my rules for this project. So looking at this, I do have 621, and again, oh, I see a bug. Again, that is not the most up to date. That doesn't have a lot of my new products in it, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go into my Pretty Random app, and we are gonna randomly generate 10 numbers, clear history, prevent rerolls, between 1 and, not 100 is what it's set at, between 1 and 621. Okay, here we go. So we get number 154, 65, 125, 497, 260. We have how many numbers? 2. Okay, we're at 5, so we need 5 more. We have number 304, 375, 249, 558, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, one more number. Okay. And then number 197. Okay, let me grab a notebook so I can write these things down as we look at them. Okay, I have the numbers written down in the notebook, but I want you guys to like see my reaction, like my genuine reaction as I like pull these products up. I'm always like nervous for this project, and for this project, especially for the introduction when it's like 10 new products you're introducing, because like a lot of like scary products could come into this project. So we'll start with number 154, which is Patrick Ta Duo She's So LA. Oh, I swear that this product was rolled into my introduction in 2021. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm like almost 100% certain that that was rolled into my introduction last year. Okay, then we got number 65, which is the Dior Forever Skin Glow Foundation, which is one of my favorite foundations, but also a foundation I find myself not reaching for because like it's like one of those special products that like I know I would repurchase, so I don't necessarily want to use it every single day and then have to go out and repurchase it, because that totally makes sense. This is the reason why I pan though, because it encourages me to use my products. Okay, so Dior Forever Skin Glow, super exciting. Next up we have number 125, which is the Hourglass Ghost Quad and the 4th shade in that quad, which I don't know if I reached for that literally at all last year. But I also know I've worked on this quad in a whole collection project pan in the past. Okay, all right. Okay, 497 was the next number that we rolled, which might be a palette. Let's see, 497 is the Sugar Pill Fun Size palette, or like the bite size, the very colorful one. Oh goodness. All right. Interesting. Next up, we have number 260, which is, let's see, 260 is Mac Lustering Lipstick. Do I still have that? We're gonna have to see. Okay. All right. Not super excited about that because like I feel like that's not my favorite lipstick, but that's okay. Number 304 is Givenchy. Oh, that is definitely not still in my collection. So that was a lip balm from Givenchy, which I definitely do not still have, so we'll have to re-roll for that. Next up we have number 375, which is the Flower Beauty Bare Honey. Flower Beauty Bare Honey. What? Oh, it's a lip product. Okay. Is that a liquid lipstick or is that lipstick? We shall see. I hope I still have that in my collection. We'll have to find out. Number 249 was the next number that we rolled, and that is the Fenty Sweet Mouth. Oh, that's my literal favorite Fenty Beauty lip gloss. Gloss bomb, I should say. Fenty Sweet Mouth. And I just have a mini, and honestly last year I tried to get through a ton of Fenty Beauty mini gloss bombs and I was pretty successful, so I'm excited about that. I feel like that one could go pretty quickly. Number 558, is this another palette? 558 is, where are you? 558, Natasha Denona Love Glow palette. Oh shoot, the face palette in the 2nd shade. Oh boy. Okay, well that's good because I do not get enough use out of that face palette. Next up we have number 197, which, where are we? 197 is Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade Peach Tea, like lemonade lip gloss, which I'm excited about that. I love working on lip glosses and I actually really enjoy that shade. So then we just have to re-roll for the shade 304, and I'll have to check back to see if I have the Flower Beauty and the MAC Lustering Lipstick. But let's quickly re-roll for that Givenchy that I don't have in my collection anymore. We get number 339, which is 339. Let's see. Dose of Colors Bittersweet Liquid Lipstick, which I'm fairly confident is a red or like a reddish orange. Great. We do have quite a few lip products. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they're not like all in the same category, so I think they still fall into the rules. I'm gonna quickly go make sure I have all these products in my collection, and I will be right back to share the product with you and my goals. All right, you guys, I'm back and I got all of my products except for that Flower Beauty like lipstick slash liquid lipstick was one that is either no longer in my collection or I cannot find it. So we are gonna re-roll one final number hopefully here, and we get number 192. I thought that was already, nope, that wasn't one that was already selected. 192 is going to be Tarte Zipline, which is that literally right in front of me? Yes, it's right in front of me. It's a lip gloss, but now do I have, ooh, that would be 3 lip glosses. So we're gonna hold off on that and we're gonna roll again. Here we go. I need to add more lip gloss. 286. Number 286 is 286. Bite Cashew, which I'm also fairly confident I don't have that lipstick anymore. I knew this was gonna happen. It never fails. I always have a bunch of products that I don't have anymore, or whatever it might be. 395 is Lancome. Oh yes. Ooh, okay, so the Lancome limited edition highlighting palette, the 3rd shade in that palette, which actually I included that in products I want to pan. I believe I did in 2022. I already have one pan in that palette, but I told you guys I wanted to hit pan on the other 2 products. So I'm super excited about that. I'm gonna grab that product as well as the other products that are going to be in this project, and then I'll share my goals with you. Okay, you guys, I have all of my products in front of me, so let's run through them and let's talk about goals. So the first product that was rolled in was my Patrick Ta Duo in the shade She's So LA. This is the cream and powder blush duo, and I want to say in my first, like when I had this in last year, I was working on this bottom shade and I wore away like the embossing for the most part. You can kind of see it still. So I didn't necessarily, so this was just listed as one product. I didn't roll in like the top or the bottom, which I kind of want to do to decide like which part of this product I want to work on. So we're going to randomly generate a number between 1 and 2. 1 will be the cream product, 2 will be the powder, and that didn't work at all. Hello? What the heck? Clear history. Randomize. Okay, here we go. Okay. We get number 2. Okay, so we're working on the powder product at the bottom, which again is the product or the part of this that I had worked on in the prior year. So I gave myself a usage goal last year, I want to say of 25, and I think maybe I'll do the same. It's a really beautiful like bronzy neutral blush. Like I do love the blush shade, but it's a little bit deeper and honestly works better for me in the not in the winter, in the summer when I am a little bit more tan. There it is right there. And I was planning to roll in my Buxom Seychelles blush to my rolling product 10 pan, but I bet these 2 mixed. Hold on, do I have that? Oh, I want to test something quickly. Okay, let's put my Buxom Seychelles blush over this blush and see what we get. That could be so incredibly pretty. Okay, I'm gonna give myself a goal of reaching into this 20 times. We're gonna go with an even 20. 20 sounds like a good number. So I wanna reach for the powder blush 20 times and then we will call it good and roll that out. The next product was my Dior Forever Skin Glow. Now this again, so this is in the shade 3N, more of a summer shade for me, which is kind of a bummer. I do plan to self tan, but I feel like this will still be a little bit too deep for me. I do want to finish like this. Does this have an expiration date on it? 12-month shelf life, which I have had it for more than 12 months, so I wouldn't trust the SPF in it anymore. I should probably finish this year because I purchased this in 2020, maybe like middle of the year or towards the end of 2020. So we'd be going on 2 years, so I should finish this year. So my goal is just gonna be to finish this up. I do feel like I've probably like 3/4, maybe half of this product left. I'll have to let it settle and then I will mark it, and I will obviously weigh everything as well. I'm hoping to get better about like my weights again. I was really good at the beginning of 2021 and then fell off heavily, but I will weigh all these products And my goal will be to finish this in this project. We do a mid-year refresh, but not until the end of June or like beginning of July. Next up, we rolled in the Hourglass Ghost Quad, and we rolled in the 4th shade. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I haven't even looked yet, and I can't remember. Is this the deep shade? Yes. Okay, so this is the shade. I hope that I never know if I'm reading these correctly. Infinite Blush. This reminds me of Mood Exposure. I actually don't have any of my singles left from Hourglass. So there it is right there. That's actually super pretty as well. I want to see in comparison to the Patrick Ta. I know that the Patrick Ta one is going to be like more brown, yes. Whereas this is more of like a rosy flush. Super pretty though, and still offers like a glow to the cheeks. I think I'll have a lot of fun using this as well. I know the first year that I like used this in a whole collection project pan, I was working on this shade right here, which is super neutral, and I used that 50 times, and like you can tell like some of the dome has worn away, but it's still like there's still so much product left in this. I think I'm gonna give myself another 20 usage goal on this cheek product right here. So we'll say 20 uses and then we'll roll that out. Then we rolled in my Sugar Pill Fun Size Mini Color Palette. This is what this baby looks like. I don't know if I'm going to be able to create a full look with this palette. Like I said, if I roll in eyeshadow palettes, I do want my goal to be to roll in or to use the palette 5 times, 1 to create a full look, and then just 4 other times, whether it be reaching for one color to create another full look, whatever it might be. Although I just don't know that I am capable enough of creating a full look just out of this palette unless I do like a 1 shadow and done kind of look. But I'm just gonna, or should I give myself a goal with eyeshadow palettes to reach for each shade 1 time and then roll it out? Let me know in the comments below what you're thinking for the eyeshadow palettes that I roll in. Maybe I'll try and use to create 1 look with the palette at least, and then use every shade 1 time. I kind of like that idea. So for this palette, I'll just try and use each shade at least 1 time, and then we'll roll it out. That's gonna be my goal with this one. Then we rolled in the MAC lipstick in the shade Lustering, and this is a really beautiful pink, although I will say this is just not the type of lip shade I reach for all that often. So here it is right here. I will mark this on a piece of paper. We have quite a bit of product left in this. I would say this lipstick is pretty close to being brand new. I've maybe used it a handful of times in its lifetime. It is like a nice glossy sort of like lip, which I like both a glossy lip and a matte lip. I think I'm gonna give myself, what do I want to do? 20 seems like a lot for this. Should I do 10? I would be happy with 10, so we're gonna go with 10. I don't want to start the year off like setting myself up for failure, so we're gonna go with 10 with this lip product. Then we rolled in Dominique, oh shoot, not Dominique Cosmetics. We rolled in Dose of Colors Bittersweet, this liquid lipstick. And this is a really beautiful shade, but definitely more of like my like summer go-to shade. Not summer go-to, but like in the summer I do like a shade like this from time to time. In general, I probably reach for a shade like this 1 or 2 times a year. So we're gonna go with a usage goal of 5 on this. I will say we're still in like wintertime, which sometimes it's fun to do a super neutral look with a pop of red. And it's like a very true red. Is that a blue toned red, would you say? I mean, I feel like it is, but I don't want to be wrong. It's a beautiful, beautiful color, and I do love the Dominique Cosmetics, the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick formula, but I just don't see myself, I think it would take me a long time to even reach the 5 use goal. I would hate to give myself any more than that. Then we rolled in Fenty Sweet Mouth, which is this little mini gloss bomb. This is my favorite Fenty gloss bomb shade. It's a really beautiful, just like clear with like a hint of like baby pink to it. It's so pretty on the lips. And my goal is going to be to finish this off. I, again, like I said, worked through a lot of my Fenty Gloss Bomb collection last year, and I want to keep up with that. I did purchase the Fenty Gloss Bomb set for the holidays again, so I do still have a good amount of Fenty Gloss Bombs in my collection, and this is something that I would purchase in the full size. I'll finish this off and then try and work my way through a couple other gloss bombs in my collection that I wouldn't necessarily finish, and then this is definitely something I would want in the full size in my collection at all times. Next up, we rolled in the Fenty Love Glow Cheek Palette. I'm not gonna lie, I purchased this pretty much for the sole reason of the packaging I just loved. And in this palette, I rolled in the shade, the second shade. So I believe there's 4 shades, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And number 2 is going to be Super Glow. You guys, I actually feel like I rolled this into a whole collection as well, but maybe I rolled in this shade rather than this. Okay, so we rolled in the shade Super Glow. I don't know how I feel about this. This definitely would be better suited towards the summer, but I could always use it as an eyeshadow, or maybe we're just gonna be feeling a really pink glowy cheek one day. This is what this looks like. There's definitely like glitter running through it, but it almost isn't like chunky glitter. Maybe it's just, actually I feel like on a really fluffy brush sheared out, that could be so pretty. So maybe this will actually just like, this will be one of those products maybe that I never touch, and then it's in a project like this and I end up falling in love with it. It is just like chunky though and gets everywhere. Of all of the shades, this actually looks like it might be the most used shade in this palette. I'm gonna give myself a 10 use goal on this, just because seasonally it's not necessarily like the shade I would be going for right now. And if I fall in love with it, then maybe I'll just like naturally reach for it on my own. But I'm gonna give myself a goal of reaching for that shade 10 times. All right, then we also rolled in another lip gloss. This is the Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade lip gloss, or part of the Lemonade line, in the shade Peach Tea. And I actually love this lip gloss as well. I love the shade. It's a little bit more like mid-toned than Fenty Sweet Mouth, and this one doesn't have any sort of like shimmer or glitter flecks to it. Not that Sweet Mouth does either, really. But I actually really enjoy this lip gloss as well. It's a little bit sticky, but nothing too bad. I don't know if this is still around, this shade or this lip gloss, but it's probably not something I would go out of my way to repurchase, just because I feel like I could get something similar in like the Maybelline Lifter Gloss and I would be just fine. But I don't think I'll have any problem reaching for this and using it. It looks like I've already used about half of this up. Like there's a little bit of like disruption right here. Again, I'll have to kind of like let this settle and try and mark it, and then we'll weigh it as well. But my goal is going to be to finish this gloss off. And then the 10th and final product that I rolled in is from the Lancome limited edition highlighting palette, and we rolled in the 3rd shade, which is this one right here, Sparkling Peach. Obviously I already have a pretty decent pan going in Frosted Rosé, and the only concern I have about Sparkling Peach is it's a little bit deep for this time of year, but again, I could use this as like a really beautiful lid shade. I feel like I could even use this as like a one shadow and done sort of situation, and it is just a really beautiful highlighter. My goal is going to be to hit pan on this. The pans in this palette are actually not as deep as I was anticipating. It wasn't too difficult for me to hit pan on this middle shade, so my goal is going to be to hit pan on this. That would be super exciting. Then maybe eventually in another project, or just like unofficially, I'll try and pan this shade as well, but hoping to hit pan in Sparkling Peach. And after that, that is going to conclude this introduction for the whole collection project pan. I hope that you guys are excited about this year's project. If you're doing the same or you're doing something similar, let me know what you are currently trying to pan. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting my channel, as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.